Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective. My name is Bob. With me today, I've just got Connor.
Hello there.
And we're going to be reading a viewer request by Jadeite P, who I believe is a patron. I guess we'll cut that if I'm wrong. But is a patron and requested a Wattpad story called Wolfy. And it's a pretty straightforward tale. Just a normal tale, you know, something that we see all the time. Rose is a girl who was born half wolf. Her parents constantly called Gur a freak. One day, they abandoned her in the woods. She's been living there for 4 years. Just 4 years of living in the woods. Now she's 18.
So, like, she's half wolf. Is she half human as well? I guess, based off the cover art?
Yeah.
The drawing. So it's like, all right, 14-year-old, let's just go into the woods. I'm going to drop you off. Bye.
Actually, they do more than just drop her off, but we'll get to that. And then a boy, goes wandering around, stumbles upon the Wolfgirl.
It's amazing how that happens.
How will this affect his group? And how did they fall for each other in like 2 to 3 days?
You know, that last one probably is an actual question. You know,
that's a real question I want to know.
Asking.
Yeah, and this is, you can see the tags there. There's 4 tags, and BTS is one of the tags because that boy just happens to be part of BTS. Yeah. So when she says, when they say this his group, they mean BTS.
So, yeah, combining the classic story tropes of, you know, guy from band finds new hot girlfriend with also she's half wolf.
Me, I'm just an ordinary girl, except I'm half wolf.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the mafia is somehow involved, and wolf. So if you were searching for the tag wolf, this is your shit.
I want to read stories about wolves.
Wolf.
Or at least wolf.
Yeah. Well, chapter 1. I was sleeping in my little cave. I don't like making and sleeping in dens. When my stomach started to growl, I stretched.
Cave is just like a natural made den.
Yeah, that's nature's den. Yeah. That's what they always say about caves. They look at cave, they say, that's nature's den.
Yeah.
I stretched and set out to find some food. I got really deep into the woods before I heard a stick crack and footsteps. The faint cock of a gun.
Oh my god, the most dangerous game.
Yeah, you're gonna feel this paragraph goes really fast.
Okay.
I heard a gunshot, and there was a burning pain in my leg. I whimpered and fell to the ground. The man that shot me was my father?
What?
My father shot me.
I thought you would die 4 years ago. I'm making sure I finished the job.
He ran off, and I just curled up into a ball. A few minutes later, I heard more footsteps. I curled up tighter. I heard a small gasp, and the footsteps became more rushed. I scrambled to my feet when they got too loud for comfort. I guess the footsteps were too loud.
Yeah, they just get louder and louder.
They're roaring in your ears.
She first heard them from a mile away.
Yeah.
You know.
She's a wolf. Perfect, incredible hearing. Right. I yelped as I tried to walk. I fell back to the ground. Tears welled up in my eyes. I backed against a rock and buried my face into my knees. I feel completely helpless. So a lot just happened.
I was really hoping just a little bit more, maybe even just a few more words, if that's all you could do, could be dedicated to your father coming back to shoot you.
Yeah, so like in the description of the story, we found out she was dropped off at age 14 in the woods and left there till age 18, which is presumably when this is happening.
Yeah.
Because she was sleeping in her little cave. She's already used to living in the woods. Her father comes back to the woods to shoot her, not in the head, in the leg.
In the leg, yeah.
And then he bounces again.
Arrive, shoot her in the leg, say nothing, leave.
Yeah. Does not elaborate further. Like, really?
God.
Really?
Oh. Well, I guess
Dad,
that's how
really? Wait, where are you going? Ow!
That's how they get you wondering, you know? They get you hooked.
Yeah.
She got me hooked. I don't know if there's going to be anything more about the dad, but...
from what I understand, this is the pace that the story goes at.
Oh, good.
So, like, we'll we may find out more about the dad, but probably not, would be my guess.
She's going to be hanging out with, BTS, because we already know that's how this could go. And suddenly aliens are going to invade. Or something, but...
Something crazy, yeah. Right. Okay, so do you want to be Jimin?
Sure.
By the way, I just want to say, for any BTS stands out there, apologies if we don't get the pronunciation right. We don't know anything about BTS.
So, Jimin Pav.
Yeah.
I was walking through the woods when I heard a gunshot. Someone is probably hunting.
That's one thing I do know about BTS. Jimin always thinks and speaks in bold italics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's always, like, talking about hunting. He's the outdoors guy.
Yeah,
you know?
that's my understanding, if I'm correct, yeah.
Yeah, he does his, concert, his outfit or whatever. He got it at Bass Pro Shop, that flannel.
Everybody knows he wears a Bass Pro Shop hat in every music video on stage. It's like part of his personality.
Right. He shows up to publicity events in like a Ford F-250.
Yeah, and he's made his whole personality is basically camo.
Right.
Yeah.
So
this is I could be wrong about that. I don't know that much about BTS.
I saw someone running away after hearing a series of whimpers.
A series?
That means he left it out there to die. Okay. Sorry,
okay. So he saw the dad running away, and now he's thinking, better go finish the job.
Right. Well, if he doesn't want the meat or whatever, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I walk to see what it was. Whoa. I see a girl with ears. I'd hope she had ears. I know what you're saying, but I see a girl with ears and a tail in the distance. I gasp and run toward her. She tries to run, but yelps and falls down. She backs against a big rock and hides her face.
So the dad dropped off his wolf girl daughter in the woods at 14, and then came back years later to shoot her once. And I'm wondering if she's half wolf. She's not like a wolf girl in the sense that she's like a fully human but has wolf features. When you say someone's half wolf, that makes me think something truly abominable has happened.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's an abomination to God.
Right, yeah. And I feel like the dad coming with the gun, Bud, you did something really horrible, I think. Potentially.
Me?
No, not you. I mean the dad.
Oh.
Right? I mean, for her to exist as a half-wolf, something truly heinous has to have happened.
So, do you think he came back to finish the job, but
not that well, or not that
well? He shot her and was like, "Oh my god, I shot someone! I gotta run."
Yeah. Oh man, look at my wrist. I gotta get going. And then he just he bailed.
Because it wasn't like a methodical walk away. Yeah, I know you're gonna bleed out. It was genuinely the sound of the gun and the experience of shooting someone has scared me.
Well, he ran away. Maybe he was just I don't know. He was just I don't want to get caught shooting this wolf girl. But maybe you don't want to get caught having a wolf girl.
Yeah.
Or abandoning your wolf girl.
We'll see. Potentially all three of those are crimes.
Yeah, that's true. Rose POV. I can feel the man kneel down beside me. He softly lays his hand on my shoulder.
Hello,
he says softly. I like his voice. He should be a singer or something. I hesitantly look up at him, seeing as he has no intent of hurting me. He's very handsome.
Oh.
I've been shot, but
I can discern that.
Snack.
Yeah. I'm going to take you home, okay?
His voice was still soft and sweet. I look at him with big, pleading eyes. He slips one arm underneath my legs and uses the other to support my back. I wrap my arms around him. End of chapter.
This makes a lot more sense if you weren't just shot. You know? This is the kind of thing that happens if you're bullied and you run away, not if you get shot and you're bleeding out.
Like, couldn't this have been like, okay, let's just imagine a different thing. She ran away from home. She didn't get shot. We're throwing that plot point away because it was stupid. She's sitting in the woods and it's raining, and maybe he's going for a jog because he's the kind of guy who would go for a jog in the rain, and it's like, oh, how quirky. And then he sees you sitting there and he's like, are you okay? And it's like, I'm fine, just leave me alone. You know, like, you could do something like that, right? And then he's like, maybe we should get you out of the rain, you don't want to get a cold. And he's like, I don't care. And then he's just like, well, I'm taking you with me, if that's how you want to play it. Like, you could, there's so many things you could do that would be more romantic than, like, dad shows up, shoots you once, and bounces.
Yeah. And this whole thing just feels like I don't know, like a Chutes and Ladders game where you make a house rule that you could just go straight to the end.
Yeah.
You know, like literally all he says is, hello, I am taking you home. And he picks her up and she instantly, you know, there was that question of how did they fall in love in 2 or 3 days? And I'm just wondering, like, how does she trust this man in 2 or 3 seconds?
Yeah, exactly. Like, literally 2 sentences in, she's like, okay, he doesn't want to hurt me. He's going to take me home.
Yeah.
Not to my home, to his home.
Right. Well, all I gotta say is, oh, I wanna take you home tonight.
I love that BTS song.
Fat bottom girls, they make the rockin' world go round.
Again, love that BTS
I love that BTS song. All right. Chapter 1. So that's chapter 2.
I began crying, knowing that someone actually cares. We reach his car. He opens the door and sets me inside. He gets in the driver's seat and begins driving. We get to his house in about a minute.
Well, you're not very far out in the woods then.
Really not that far.
Or he lives extremely far out in the woods.
Yeah, I guess he could live in some very remote cabin. He carries me inside and puts me on a bed. Nothing has been done about this wound.
No.
Not even wrapped it or squeezed it or, like, even looked at it.
I'm starting to imagine it just doesn't exist.
Well, no, they're going to deal with it. Maybe.
Oh my god.
Are you...
Are you hungry?
He asks. My stomach growls. Get it? Because she's a wolf. Growls.
Haha, yeah. That answers my question. I'll let you eat while I patch you up.
Thanks, he says. I nod. 5 minutes later.
Girl, can you stop getting your food everywhere? I'm trying to bandage you.
Yeah, well, she keeps pouring kimchi and other Korean foods. I don't know anything about Korean foods. Never mind.
She's half wolf, so she just, like, tears into it and just rips it apart.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah, he hands her some food, and she just grabs it with her teeth and starts shaking wildly. 5 minutes later. I'm done eating, and he's done patching me up. That was very fast.
Yes.
He's laying beside me.
Both on the eating and the patching up.
Yeah.
So, what's your name?
He asks. Rose, I answer quietly.
Im Jimin.
He says, thank you for everything in the last, I want to say, less than 10 minutes. They had a conversation. It took them a minute to drive in the car, and it's 5 minutes later. It's been less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was like a 30-second conversation. Maybe, I don't know. Let's say 30 seconds to the car.
Yeah.
House in the minute. Wait. Car? Hold on.
Yeah.
Because Jimin was walking through the woods.
Yeah, so. He drives to the woods. He drives 5 minutes to the woods so that he can walk. If it's 5 minutes, if it's a 5 minute drive away, I feel like you could just walk to the woods.
He drives 1 minute away.
Oh yeah, no, it's a 1 minute drive away. Yeah, you can for sure walk to the woods. If you want to walk, okay, just
yeah.
Okay. Thank you for everything, I say, practically a whisper.
Oh my god, her next line is going to be inaudible. Mm-hmm. No problem. Now you should get some sleep.
Jimin says. I curl up with my tail and close my eyes. I wasn't warm enough. I pull the blankets over me, still not satisfied. I sit up and rub my eyes. Jimin taps my back. I look at him.
Oh, God. Come here.
He says. I crawl toward him. Even though we met less than 20 minutes ago, He pulled me closer and pulled the blankets over us. I buried my face into his chest and inhaled his scent. His smell reminded me of midnight.
What? Whoa. That's the ultimate, like, Calvin Klein cologne, then. Or something.
I'm trying to think, what scent would remind you of a time of day?
Like, oh my god, if I'm gonna actually try this...
Like, I'm trying to imagine what would that feel like? What would it be like? That feels so surreal to even describe.
Yeah, the smell of midnight. Maybe like a dark berry? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Something to remind you of night, darkness.
But like a berry would still have sort of a bright smell to it for you to even be able to smell it, which would kind of remind me of maybe springtime rather than midnight.
One of those manufactured mechanical scents, not mechanical, but
like not
natural.
Yeah.
Like you can't even describe it with natural things.
Mm-hmm. Let's not go closer to him. He was so warm.
Or maybe it's chloroform because it puts her to sleep then.
Instantly,
and it takes her to midnight.
That seems unhealthy, but yes. He was so warm. Now it's morning.
Yeah.
I woke up in Jimin's arms. It was the safest I've ever felt. Jimin slowly opens his eyes.
Good morning, Rose.
He says in his raspy morning voice.
Oh, then let me do that again.
Yeah.
Good morning, Rose.
Good morning, smooth skin.
Smooth skin.
Good morning, Jimin, I reply. He takes a glance at my outfit. It was old and torn up. He stands up, and I whimper from the thought of him leaving me.
Jesus.
How did they fall in love in like 2 to 3 days? Oh, through no effort of writing.
Right.
This
is like, this author is not even trying to do like any little bit of extra writing to this, of extra part to this. This is as stripped down as it can be. It's literally like, I have met you. I will take you home. You love me now.
This is basically a summary of another story, right? Like this is
the Cliff's Notes version.
This is the Cliff Notes version of the the tale of how two people fall in love.
Okay. It's okay. I'm not going anywhere.
He says. I relax a little. Jimin grabs one of his hoodies.
Your leggings are fine, but put this on.
But didn't you get shot in her leg?
See, I have assumed this author forgot that happened.
Okay, cool.
And it's making more sense.
Yeah. He says. He hands the gray hoodie to me. I put it on. It was quite big on me.
Can I?
He started. I lightly grabbed his wrist and laid his hand on my ears to answer his question. This is so messed up. Like, dude, as somebody who has had, like, I was thinking about it the other day, and, like, throughout, like, middle school and not very far into high school, people just loved to touch my hair because it was, like, poofy, and they'd just walk up to me and be like, or my beard, and they'd be like, whoa, you got a beard, can I touch it? And it's like, at the time I was like, haha, yeah. But like, in retrospect, I'm like, fuck you. Like, no, you don't get to touch me for just because you want to, right? Same way, like, if somebody has wolf ears, fuck you, don't touch them.
Yeah, this is, I was not expecting his question to be that.
Yeah, like, can I introduce you to my friends? Do you need something? Like,
I get it. Like, oh, I'm a half human, half wolf. I have wolf ears, so you can pet me just like a wolf or a dog or something. But, like, I don't know. You're still human enough that that's not my first thought.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Weird. He started petting them. One of my ears twitched. He laughed a little. Ha 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 ha! You're not human! Just then, there was a loud knock on the door. I folded my ears back and put the hood up. I then stuffed my tail into the hoodie to hide it. Jimin picked me up and carried me to the living room.
Oh my god.
See,
It's
here's
the room with the living room.
No, see, yeah, exactly. I was going to say, that's a thing. We wouldn't really get it, but, like, BTS, those guys are rich. And, like, when you're really rich, you don't just have, like, a living room. You have, like, a room for your living room.
Right.
You know? Your living room.
You have one large room with multiple living rooms in it.
Within it, yeah. So, like, if you're, like...
It's like, do I want to chill out on the blue couch and watch my 70-inch TV?
Exactly.
Or do I want to go over to, like, I don't know, the Swede couch and, I don't know, do something with my 90-inch projector or whatever?
Right, exactly. You know, you get different vibes from different kind of living rooms, you know, and you get to pick which one. And the living room has all the living rooms in it. Yeah.
Right.
It's just a rich people thing.
Yeah.
He sat me on the couch and went to open the door. 6 men came barreling in.
Uh-oh.
How many members of BTS are there?
I don't know.
Let me look. BTS members.
This is the horny police.
Okay, there's 7 of them. Yeah, okay. So that's all the rest of BTS. Okay. They all looked at me. I looked up at Jimin.
Guys, stop staring at her and introduce yourselves.
He exclaimed. You know, that's rude. You are the host, dude. Like, why don't you just be like, by the way, I met this girl yesterday. She's here. Guys, girl, guys. Like, you introduce them. You're the host.
Yeah.
Once they all introduce themselves, thank you for not introducing them.
Yeah.
It was my turn. I'm Rose, I say. Jimin nudges me.
You don't have to hide them,
he says. Are you sure? They won't kill me or think I'm a freak? I ask.
I'm sure.
He replies. I take down my hood and let my tail show.
Sorry,
End of chapter 2.
Just imagine, take off the hood, it's Wolfy, and one of them gets so pissed. They turn murderous.
Yeah, they pull out a gun.
Yeah.
And then the shoot her in the leg again. And then run away.
Yeah.
Why did he come and shoot her in the leg?
One of them was her father the whole time.
Oh.
No.
So she's going to start dating her father's friends.
No, I was goofing.
Yeah. Chapter 3. There's 6 chapters to this. We can do chapter 3 and then maybe do the rest of the... no, there's 7 chapters. 1 for every member of the band.
Oh my god.
I don't know if they're called a band. Is it called a band?
It's like a boy band.
A boy band, okay. Group. Yeah. Okay, well. The boys, except Jimin, gasps. Okay.
Cool.
Taehyung, again, sorry if I get any of the name pronunciations wrong. Taehyung grabs Jimin by the arms. My ears fold back and I growl at him. He releases Jimin and puts his hands up, slowly backing away. What the fuck?
Why did he grab him by the arms?
He was freaked out. He was doing the double arm squeeze because he was thinking Jimin might have betrayed him.
He's the one who went into a murderous rampage.
Yeah, it sounds like he really did freak out. Like, chill out. You're scaring everyone.
Yeah.
I try to stand but whimper because of the pain in my leg. Really? Okay. So the shooting in the leg was just to get an excuse for Jimin to pick her up all the time.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, so that she can't walk anywhere and he has to pick her up and carry her everywhere.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks. That's really romantic. Guys, you have to let her get to know you before you touch me? She's pretty attached, you know.
After, like, one night?
She's so... Wait, what?
You have... Yeah.
They've known him much longer...
Right.
And she has to... She's now... He's saying she's protective of him, but, like, what happened was Taehyung grabbed Jimin by the arms, and then she got scared. Yeah. Or no, she growled at him, so I guess she's... Whatever.
I mean,
what
the double arm squeeze is a universal maneuver for, trying to kill someone.
Well, that's why I would growl, too. Right?
Yeah,
like, I'm not even a wolf girl. And I would be like, hey, whoa, chill, you're about to kill that guy.
Yeah, it's like when you see in movies, someone sneaks up behind a bad guy, then, like, grabs them by the front and back of the head and twists their neck, snaps their neck. Like, no one would ever do that as a friendly maneuver or something. That's
so, like, if you saw someone else doing it, if you saw someone else doing it, you would be like, whoa, no, maybe don't. Yeah.
So even this wolf girl who's lived alone in the woods for 4 years, and I don't know what happened the first 14 or whatever, but even she knows that Taehyung was going for the kill.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah, thank guys, you have to let her get to know you before you touch me.
Yeah, wow, weird. He says.
You can't even pat me on the shoulder without her, going for the jugular.
Yeah, I guess. And how would we do that? Namjoon asks.
Oh, wait, wasn't I Jimin?
Oh, yeah, you were.
You did. Okay. Come here and I'll show you.
Jimin says. Namjoon obediently walks over. Jimin makes him sit next to me. My instincts got the best of me.
What the fuck?
I began lightly sniffing his neck. He smells musky, but with a hint of a lilac.
Oh, God. Come on.
I give him a nod of approval. Namjoon goes back to the other. Oh, gosh. Are we really going to do this for each one? Okay.
Yeah. They didn't have to introduce themselves, but you have to get all of their scents.
Yeah. Now it's Seokjin. He smells sweet, but not too sweet. Yoongi, he has a subtle smell. Hoseok, he smells earthy, a kind of scent I admire. Taehyung hesitates before walking over to me. He smells like the beach.
Why do they all smell like these specific things? Unless there's like a BTS like cologne set.
Jimin smells like midnight.
Yeah.
And the others smell like this? Okay. At least these are describable smells.
Yeah.
Except for Yoongi, he has such a subtle smell that it's just subtle.
Are these all going to be perfectly fine by her? Or is it going to matter at all that you said what all the different smells were? It's going to be like...
It's not going to matter.
I don't like Yoongi. He's too subtle.
Yeah, no, what it's going to be is, this person thought, I have a half wolf girl. I have to describe their smells, because that's like what a wolf would do. But I also don't care that much, because she's still mostly human.
Right.
Okay. Jungkook, he also smells musky, but with a hint of tulips. The idea...
I feel like that wouldn't work. Like,
it really would.
Musky and flowers is...
Yeah, musky with a hint of lilac, musky with a hint of tulips. That doesn't sound good at all.
We're guys, and I also don't really use cologne, at all. But,
my
I
association
can't imagine
with the word
a
musky.
perfume or a smell that you would put on yourself that smells musky in a way that works. Musky is usually, a negative thing.
Well, yeah, that's true, but, people did use musk. People still use musk. But, I don't think they use musk with flowery... I don't know. It's got a very different sort of vibe to it. Anyway, I'm sure they feel uncomfortable after that. I glance at my gauze-wrapped leg. I take the bandage off. A few more minutes and it'll be completely healed. Wow. I wrapped it back up.
Okay, so yeah, in a few minutes it'll be completely healed. That's ridiculous, but I like the thing of she takes the bandages off and then she puts it back on.
Yeah, I mean, no need to put new bandages on.
Yeah.
You've had them on all night. That would be the time to change them, but no.
It's the exact same kind of thing as I checked my phone. It was 90% charged. I put it back on the charger.
Yeah, it's like, I could just leave it on there for a little bit longer, yeah. The boys all sit down. I was sitting between Hoseok and Jimin, the familiar scent of the boys mixing together.
Okay.
It's familiar? You just met them. I was on the verge of going crazy. I cuddled against Jimin. My tail was brushing against Hoseok's arm. He squirmed a bit. Sorry, I say.
Do they have one long couch, or did they sit in a circle?
I think they're sitting in a circle in total silence.
Total silence, and she's going crazy. Getting all their scents together.
Yeah. They're so hot.
Their scents are so hot.
BTS is so hot that just sitting there and smelling all of the...
Oh, yeah.
I rest my tail on my lap. Jimin lays one arm behind my neck and puts his hand on my waist. Are they...
Whoa.
They're sitting, right?
Yeah, I thought they were sitting.
And puts his hand on my waist. Weird. Soon enough, we both fall asleep. You just woke up!
Yeah, the boys came over for our group sleep-sitting session.
Yeah. I wake up, sensing danger. I both up.
Oh.
My ears are twitching, trying to find where it's coming from. I shake Jimin and the others awake. My eyes were wide. You know, like, wolves,
Beautiful.
animals tend to be, like, more sensitive to danger, we think. That's kind of not really true, but animals tend to be more sensitive to danger and, like, sensing it. But they still have to use their actual senses to sense danger. It's not just like I've got an intuition that danger is around, but I don't see or hear anything scary.
Yeah.
It's not psychic.
It was like they were trying a cliffhanger, but didn't do it right. Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm really worried or something, and then give no info or nothing for us to be, like, concerned about. I didn't word that right, but, like, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know what you
Like,
exactly what you mean.
This is just actions, but nothing.
You want action? You want action? Chapter 4 is for action. Check this out.
Okay.
Danger, I say. Jimin puts his hand on my shoulder. The others were very confused. I walked around the room.
Yeah. Before we continue, so they did all come over just to sit down and fall asleep.
Yes.
Hey, Jimin, it's our group nap time, and we're having it at your house this time.
Yeah, and it's at fucking like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, weird. Your leg is better,
Jimin says. I shush him and begin sniffing. I smell gunpowder. I growl at the door. I gasp and push everyone to the back of the room and push the couch in front of us. Everyone ducks down. All I can hear is tick, not 1, not 3. Tick, not 1, not 3. Tick, not 1, not 3. Tick, a bomb. It's a bomb in front of the door.
What the fuck?
I cover my ears as a loud boom echoes throughout the room. Debris flew around the room. Multiple men, all in black, in all black, file in, pointing guns in all directions.
What the fuck?
I push the couch forward with all my might. It stumbles across the floor and slams into their knees.
Whoa.
This is a couch. How tall are these guys? My mom and dad trained me to be a weapon. So you wanted to know what happened to them for the first 14 years. This is what happened.
Oh, okay.
The greatest leader on earth.
What?
But I had a weakness. They couldn't get rid of my feelings. So they ditched me. Along with the fact that I'm half wolf.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Do
you have questions? You have questions?
Yes, I have questions. Is this a point where I can ask my questions? Or
no, at the end of the paragraph.
Okay.
Along with the fact that I'm half wolf, my eyes narrowed as the one remaining man. I guess throwing a couch at them was enough to take them all out. The remaining man aims his gun at Namjoon. I lunge at the man and sink my claws into his stomach. He begins coughing up blood. I rip my claws out of his body. I retract them and look at the boys with my blood-splattered face. I hear police sirens. Okay, thoughts?
Oh my god. Wow. Okay.
What a turn, right?
The freaking Men in Black came after her or something all of a sudden.
Or came after BTS. We really don't know.
Right. She was trained to be the weapon, but they're, BTS. They're a danger. Whatever. Yeah, take you all out with a couch, da-da-da. So, okay, my mom and dad trained me to be a weapon. The greatest leader on Earth. Normally, weapons aren't leaders. Like, you're trying so many different things. Like, you've read all of these on Wattpad, but you don't know how to do them. You're just combining them. But I had a weakness. They couldn't get rid of my feelings, so they ditched me, along with the fact that I'm half wolf.
So that is unrelated.
Right. So the being half wolf was not an issue at all, or at least it wasn't the main issue on why, like, oh, you're a failure of a project or something.
Right.
I hate you. Also, you're half wolf. And, that's kind of pissed me off, but it's never enough for me to do anything about it.
Right.
But now that we're laying it all out on the table,
if we're just going to put our cards out there,
I don't know why we made you half wolf anyway.
Yeah, it's now, you know what? I just want to say I was never on board with the half wolf plan, okay?
Yeah, I'm more of a cat person.
I know it's like way after the fact, and like it's really not the main point, but I just have to put this out there. I said at the beginning I didn't want a half wolf girl.
Right.
And like,
no,
okay,
the higher ups just wanted a half wolf girl.
So dad and mom trained her to be a weapon. She was a half wolf coincidentally. I don't know how. Okay, the greatest leader. But then after all that, they're like, okay, you're too mad, you're too sad, you're too happy, you have feelings. No, we don't need that in a weapon. Goodbye. Leaves. 4 years later. Came back, he trained her to be a weapon, and she couldn't defend herself from him shooting her in the leg once. Why did he even do it?
Yeah, she's such a threat, such a deadly threat or whatever, that they can just drop her off in the woods and drive away.
Yeah.
And then 4 years later, if it's like, oh, we do need to take her out or something, he comes, shoots her once, books it.
Yeah, and like, it reminds me of like, in fucking, like, sometimes you see this in movies. I remember in the movie, I think it was Wish-A-Pon, she has this box that lets her grant wishes, right? But, like, the wishes they grant is really dangerous. It causes horrible side effects or whatever. And so she's like, I don't want this anymore. So she just takes it and chucks it into the trash. Just throws it into the woods. But it's like, anyone could use that. Anyone could find that. It is so irresponsible of you to take this very dangerous thing and you're like, I don't want it anymore. And just put it in the woods?
And then this girl just doesn't do anything with herself, just genuinely lives in the woods.
Yeah, like she could have
years.
gone back to civilization. She was being trained to be the greatest leader on Earth. Why didn't she go to a city and become a leader of some kind? Or, like, hunt. You're a weapon.
I feel like she wasn't any of these things that were mentioned in this paragraph until this paragraph.
Yeah, exactly. She had a weakness. They couldn't get rid of her feelings.
I'm trying to put myself in the author's shoes and trying to think of what would cause me to go from wanting to write a story where you just meet Jungkook from BTS and just fall in love with him and such, to suddenly wanting to have like a crazy action scene and a dark dramatic backstory where you were trained to be a weapon and such.
I got it. Ghost possession. Her hands got possessed by a ghost, and the ghost had very different ideas for the story.
The ghost really wanted to write like a badass, like, I'm a trained killer, I'm the ultimate assassin kind of thing.
This is what would happen if they did like a 2022 reboot of the show Ghost Rider. Yeah, where there'd be some teenage or tween-age girl wanting to write a BTS story, and then they're like, Ghost Rider, help me! And then Ghost Rider shows up, and then the ghost writes this. And she's like, this is a lot different than what I had in mind.
Trust me, it'll work.
It'll work. Don't worry about it. It'll work. You got shot in the leg. It'll work.
And then the story gets like, what was it, like 97 views as of when we're doing it.
Yeah.
Hey, we might be giving this person their 100th view.
Hopefully.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't leave comments, by the way. Yeah. Anyway, so they hear police sirens. Police, I say. The boy's eyes went wide. Jimin grabbed me by the wrist and ran out to the backyard. There was nothing but endless woods. I looked back and saw the others following. We sprinted into the woods. Why are you running away? You were attacked.
Yeah, you just kicked the shit out of, like, FBI agents or someone, multiple men in all black. Like, that sounds, like they're more trained, more dangerous than just the police.
Also, like, is self-defense illegal in Korea? Because, they attacked with a bomb, and then you, they came in with guns and bombs, and they clearly wanted to kill you. Or at least they made it seem like they wanted to kill you. So I think you could quite reasonably say, I was defending these people who saved me, or defending myself, right?
I see. You're thinking it's like a third party kind of that showed up to try to capture her or kill her or whatever.
Yeah, the police show up, and then the police are like, "You're a wolf girl, weird."
Yeah, I was thinking
they were all
if it's
involved.
The government coming after her or something, the police will be in on it and also try to capture her. Blah blah.
I mean, nobody called the cops, but they're on their way. So presumably they are somehow. Well, I guess I say presumably, but there's no way for us to. There's no way for us to know.
I mean, the woods is where, Jimin is the most effective. He's the outdoorsman of the group. So, they can escape into the woods and he can build them, like a survival shelter and a brand new house and all that.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
All right, well, the boys' eyes went
into the woods.
Sprinted into the woods. We went deeper and deeper and deeper until we reached a large mansion.
Never fucking mind. What?
My legs ached and I was out of breath. Sweat was dripping down my face. We ran for an hour. I never thought I would run that much.
What about the mansion? They found they straight up found a woodland mansion.
Yeah, they just found one. Okay, well, there's one comment here I just want to read. Author used confuse. It was super effective.
Yeah.
I can't see the reply because I'm not signed in. Can you see it?
I'm not signed in either.
All right, fuck it. Who cares?
Fuck it.
Well, you know what? That was chapters 1 through 4. Do we want to save 5 through 7 for another time?
Sure.
I mean, that's a pretty. If there's going to be a cliffhanger, that's the cliffhanger. I think.
Yeah. Wow. That was a lot to digest.
Went by quick though.
Yeah. Very quick.
Wow.
Like a good steak, this wolf girl wouldn't eat because you've already cooked it. No fat.
Exactly.
Or I guess a very lean steak.
Yeah. Or yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. Our Patreon changed to just having a single $1 tier, so all those folks are listed on screen. The main reward is getting extra consideration for getting pulled in to voice characters in Fate, the huge series we're running as long-form streams. If this is all news to you, go watch the announcement video we have as the featured video for subscribers on our channel page. Take care, get vaccinated, and have a great day.